Hello and welcome to Note There's Only Trash Here podcast, episode 89. The date today is the 16th of August 2015. Right, so me and Joe were having a discussion and I feel like it's necessary to bring it forward.
Podcast worthy, just to get opinions out there. I think just in the name of awareness.
Science.
And science as well. Science is a process. As human beings, it's our responsibility to seek out knowledge wherever we can to better ourselves and to bring ourselves forward into the future. Yep. Saying that, Joe, what's the question? What is the question today?
Okay, so we're talking about varying degrees of taking a drink.
Mm-hmm.
You have, starting in the small end, a sip. You would take a sip of something hot, because it's hot. A
Absolutely.
Sip of tea, sip of coffee. Then at the other end of the scale, you would have a gulp, which is a large amount. It's a lot. Probably too much. What is the sort of middle ground for that? What is an average amount of drink to consume? What is the word to describe it?
Because I was thinking that it would just be the word drink, that you just have a drink of something. But surely that wouldn't work, because that means grammatically it would be correct to say you have a drink of drink. Which is just be ridiculous. You have a sip of a drink, but you wouldn't have a drink of a drink.
No.
I mean, you would drink your tea, but then that could be a sip. Like a drink could be a sip, I feel like.
It almost sort of has to match the drink you're describing as well.
Yeah, there's some sort of connection there. Like you gulp lemonade, I don't know. I'm just making that one up, but it has to match.
Yeah? So I suggested swig, but even that I think is a bit too much. That's more than average, a swig.
Well, I think a swig is more alcohol.
And yeah, and it sort of has a sort of confidence about it. Like, yeah, I'm going to take a swig of this.
Yeah.
You don't just take a swig naturally, I don't think.
No. But if you had a drink and you're like, right, I want my mate to try this, but obviously a sip wouldn't be enough to fully enjoy the flavour, and a gulp, there's no need for it. There's no need for that because I'm only sharing it. What would you say? You would just say, I guess, have a taste of this, try this.
A taste? Yeah, have a taste of this, but then that doesn't match, yeah.
No, yeah, it's neutral.
It's slurp?
See, a slurp implies rudeness.
It does, yeah, actually, that's right.
A gulp, I think, cannot be rude, but a slurp is always rude.
Yeah, a gulp can be rude, but yeah, it's not automatically rude.
But I feel like the slurp is.
Slurp is bad manners, yeah.
Yeah, you don't slurp. You don't slurp something. There's no need for it.
Well, I've since gone on to thesaurus.com.
Oh, go on.
We need to find an answer for this.
Okay, let's go through some words. Let's get the ball rolling.
We have things like a sample.
Right.
We have a sample of this.
Again, that's more like a taste.
Yeah. Actually, all these are quite like taste. Let me try swig maybe as the base word. I tried sip, but that's a swash.
A swash.
A guzzle. A nip. You don't have you can have a nip of a drink.
A nip of whatever.
That's definitely alcohol. You'd have a nip of scotch or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Swig. Yeah, it's difficult. I don't think there is a word for it.
I think swig is the closest in
Me
terms of
too.
quantity that we're looking for here.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm seeing some weird words here. It's just not working. I don't have a drag. A drag? A drench? A peg?
Yeah.
A swill? A swill is... No, that's definitely...
Swill
brandy,
is definitely the correct one, and the one that I think we should all use from now on. That sounds like a new standard.
A swill?
A swill. Sorry, Joe, I'm going to have a swill of water.
Okay.
Lovely.
Do you not want to... Maybe you can wet your whistle?
Well, that's just too long, and that's like...
But it sounds good.
Well, yeah, because wet your whistle is enough to satisfy you.
Yeah.
But that doesn't necessarily have to be a gulp.
Irrigate. Well, that doesn't sound very nice.
Oh, God.
Oh, and then finally one that relates most to me is hit the bottle.
Oh, well, that's not anymore, though. Those days are behind you, Joe.
Yeah.
Don't go back to that place.
I'm going to close this tab. I'm getting bad memories.
Flashbacks.
It's gone. Yeah.
Or the swills you had.
In the gutter. Yeah.
How do you spell swill? How are you spelling that?
SWILL.
Oh, is it that simple? I thought maybe there's like a silent Q or something weird like that.
No weird Frenchy stuff here. It's just swill.
None of that French nonsense.
No. Get out of here.
Okay, well, we didn't really get to the bottom of that, but...
No, we didn't, did we?
It's something to think about.
We'll leave it for the scientists to work out.
Yeah, the nerds. We're not nerds, we're just here to talk about video games on the internet. That's different. There's no intelligence behind what we do.
That's true, actually. We just regurgitate.
Yeah, we just reword and say louder.
Yeah, louder and angrier.
And less informed, arguably. You just make it up, and then 2 minutes later it's fact. That's how that works.
Yeah, that's partly how the internet works. So we're just part of that whole crowd.
Which is beautiful, because the internet has all the knowledge on there. It would be like, just Google it, and you would instantly find out. Even though you're on the internet, you don't do that. You just make it up and establish it, and then that information just keeps going.
Mm-hmm. That, let me Google that for you, is pointless. Utterly useless.
But then we just found out Google just failed us because it couldn't come up with a normal word for having a drink of something, so...
One of life's mysteries.
I know, some things can't be solved by the internet. You can look up what pi is to a millionth decimal place, but it can't tell you a decent word for having a drink.
You know who would be able to tell us?
Go on.
Susie Dent. I might tweet at her, actually.
Yeah?
She's very active on Twitter, don't you know?
Who is she again?
The woman in the dictionary corner of Countdown. She used to have the pen cam, and she'd point at the dictionary and you could see what word she's talking about.
I don't.
Oh, come on, you don't know Susie Dent?
I know Carol Vorderman.
She's gone. So... You must know Rachel Riley.
Is she the most recent one?
Yeah.
See, I don't know the name. That was a guess.
Oh, Susie Dent is great.
I don't watch the Countdown, I'm afraid.
She's been on there for like 20 odd years.
That's quite a long time.
Come on, you must have seen an episode at some point in your life.
Well, she didn't have a name tag, so she can go to hell, as far as I'm concerned.
Oh, right, okay. Well, then she's not going to answer our question, then, if you're saying that to her.
No, come on, let's, we can go back, we can rebuild.
I will tweet to Susie Dent.
What's a good one? What word would you use to describe an average amount of drinking? Wait, no, that doesn't work. What's between a gulp and a sip?
Yeah, I'll tweet her that. It sounds kind of dirty, but...
Winking face. Hashtag my place.
You have been blocked by Susie Dent.
Oh, how did that happen?
Well, it's a simple question.
Well, that would be an honour. Getting blocked by someone without even swearing or bringing their mother into it.
I actually think some people are proud of that when they get blocked. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. It's an interaction.
A bad one, but yeah, it is one, yeah.
Well, no, I think that's genuinely it. You know how some kids lash out just for attention, even if they don't care if it's good or bad, it's just attention? Well, some people on Twitter are like that. They don't care if it's bad or good or not, they just get some sort of rush from some interaction, and the easiest way to do that is to be a dick.
Yes. That's very true.
And that's why I keep just tweeting at you, just hateful, meaningful, just horrible things. That's the reason why.
If I knew how to block you, I would have.
Well, you haven't blocked all the accounts yet. Honest on 12, Honest on 23, Honest on 34. I've got tons.
Oh, I wonder what they were.
You're like,
who could this be?
Becoming a trend.
Oh, dear.
Okay, well, it's a podcast. And it's a gaming one. So I guess we got to talk some gaming stuff.
Yep.
Right, so not that much kind of happened in the last 2 weeks. I think it's August, innit? So games are about to start being released, but we're not quite there. But then all the big announcements have already come because we had E3. I think we had Gamescom already.
Yep.
Some stuff should have came out of Gamescom. I guess it did, and I just didn't read it. But
yeah, I think it's just a lot of gameplay, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was mostly here's an update on games that you kind of already know about. There was Quantum Break. I think that was the biggest one.
Yeah.
Did you read anything about that?
I saw the video.
Ooh.
Looked very weird. With all the weird timey-wimey stuff. That's about it, though. It looked weird.
Yeah, because I think the game is an interesting idea. It's a high concept idea, where it's like, right, we're going to make this game and then have a TV show, but I don't know how that idea is actually going to come out, and I don't know if they revealed more details about it, but when they revealed the game, it was like, right, but it's a TV show gaming experience all in one. You play the game, and the TV show is going to happen at the same time. So I just don't know how that's going to work still, or if this was one of those things that Microsoft kind of bragged about and then backed down from, and it's going to be a lesser version of it. But the amount that Quantum Break has been delayed, you would at least think it's still going to be ambitious.
I'll tell you what I did like, actually. Did you see the video?
No.
Oh, well, the guy has super time powers and does, like, time smash and bullet time, that sort of stuff, you know. And what I liked is that the enemies did it too. Because usually you're the only one with a superpower in a video game, and you know you can do all these super cool moves, and it's just stock enemies. But the enemies were doing the same moves that you were, like stopping time and speeding around you. I thought that was quite cool.
Wait, well, so how does that work? Do they move at a different speed?
Yeah, they move like you can see them whiz past you at sometimes, and
okay.
Like form behind you and stuff like that.
Because I know one game that did that was Max Payne 3. Because obviously a big idea behind that game is the slow-mo jump in the air, pill stuff. So I think in the online multiplayer, because Max Payne 3 was done by Rockstar, they took over the franchise, but they still wanted to incorporate all that stuff. So they did the online multiplayer, and it was a case of if you were in like the vicinity of other people, like if there were 3 of you in the room, someone would trigger it, it would happen for all those people, but everyone outside of the room it wouldn't happen for.
Okay.
I don't think I never played it, so I couldn't tell you exactly how it worked or if it worked well, but I think people did like that game. So, I mean, that's a way they could do it.
Sure. Well, so that's actual players?
Yeah, that's actual people online. So you're going
okay.
up against another guy, you trigger it, and it triggers for him, so you're both now moving in slow-mo, but not everyone is.
Oh, right. That is cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so, I don't know, Quantum Break, I think my big problem with it is that it's Remedy. I think they're called Remedy, the people that made it. They're the same people that did Alan Wake. Did you ever play that game?
No.
Well, it was ambitious. It was like, we want to make a Stephen King game, but make it our own story. But it's a Stephen King game, essentially. And it was, I know, good elements. I think the presentation could have been better. It was one of the first games to split itself up into episodes. So it was meant to be like a TV show split into all these different things. But I don't know, they just didn't put it off. I think the gameplay could have been a little bit better. A big problem with that game is that it was a horror game that wasn't scary, which seemed to be a big trend of the time, where horror games just stopped becoming scary for like a good 5 years there. And it was just a bit of a letdown.
Wasn't there a sequel?
Yeah, there was, but it wasn't a proper sequel. Oh. It was like not a spin-off, but it wasn't Alan Wake 2. I think it was like a PC only, more like a DLC expansion than a sequel. I'm not too sure, I didn't play it, but it was that sort of thing. It wasn't a full one.
Right.
So yeah, it's the same guys, and it's like, again, Alan Wake wasn't bad, so maybe they'll do better with a game that's not a horror game, but it's kind of hard to get too excited.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, I guess the most intriguing thing is the, like you said, the TV stuff, so whatever.
Okay then, Joe.
Well,
putting your foot down.
Yeah. I guess, so it's going to be a TV show that's linked to the game, but I guess the game's got to work without that, so it's going to be sort of in between bits of a story.
Listen, Joe, we already mentioned this about the whole idea of guessing stuff and then it becoming fact 2 minutes later. I'm going to Google this, so there's no ambiguity.
Okay.
So it's going to be nothing but facts, nothing but raw, pure facts about the game. It's a whole new era for the podcast. It's going to be a cover-based shooter.
Yes.
That's a fact. It's upcoming.
Fact.
It was made by Remedy, or is going to be. That's That's
Fact.
confirmed. That's a fact. Digital series. There's going to be 4 episodes. It's going to be 22 minutes each. And then, to get the whole story of the game, players are encouraged to watch this series. So it looks like you don't have to.
No.
But if you want to get everything and get all the backstory, then you kind of need to. And then they're saying how... I don't know how recent or up to date this information is, but the plan, at the very least, was that at the end of each game episode, the player will be presented with a choice, and that choice will affect the game and also the show. So I believe that the show will probably take the majority vote, and that is what's going to happen within the show, and that's going to be the canon of the show.
Okay, well, so they're going to make multiple versions of each show, kind of, and then show which one got the most votes?
I believe so. That seems to be what they're going for. But the game isn't being released in episodes, I don't think. I think it's just going to be one... Like, it's just going to be one thing. It's going to be one game of complete package. But you'd think it would make more sense to split it up into episodes like the Telltale games.
Yeah.
So you get the episode of the game, the episode of the TV show, and then the choices that people make in the game will affect the next episode of the TV show, but then at the same time you get the next episode of the game.
Well, that's how I thought it was going to be, really.
I think my guess to why they're not doing that is because it's for it to be a truly AAA exclusive for Microsoft, which is what they're planning. It's got to be a full game they can put on shelves. It's not that big of a deal if they just have it exclusively to digitally download. Microsoft already did that with D4, Dark Dreams Don't Die. Do you remember that game?
No idea what you're talking about.
Well, there we go. That kind of sums it up. So I think Microsoft, and I think Sony to the same extent, are really pushing AAA exclusives because both sides have been very lacking in that department, I feel. They've been making games, but none of them have really excelled too much. So I think 2016, or starting holiday 2015 with Halo 5, is going to be both companies pushing these big exclusives. So I think Microsoft can't let Quantum Break become an episodic. It's a weird word.
Susie Dent, Susie, come on, help.
No,
Tweet Susie Dent.
No, we're not on good terms.
Oh yeah,
I made my choice. But yeah, you know it has to be a AAA title because when Sony's coming out with Uncharted 4, The Last Guardian, Microsoft's got to come back with Quantum Break, Gears of War 4, Halo 5. They've got to both have those big hitters.
Right, stay on that page you're on. We need some more facts.
You mean Wikipedia? It's
Yes, stay on Wikipedia. So the TV show.
Yep.
I presume they're going to use the same actors that were in the game. So they're like mocap them or something?
Yeah. It's Iceman from the X-Men films.
I was going to ask, are there any big names in it?
Yeah, the old Iceman.
Don't know who that is.
You've seen X-Men, right?
A very old one, yeah.
Like X-Men 1?
Yeah, I've probably seen that.
Well, he was in it.
Who? Iceman? Oh, there was an Iceman.
Yeah, the Iceman.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about Top Gun, Joe.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Have you seen Top Gun?
No.
Oh, well, there's someone called Iceman in it.
All right. Okay.
That's the whatever.
Very clever.
Look,
Susie.
Susie. Right. Okay. Yeah, because that's it. At Gamescom, the cast was revealed of this game. So you get the Iceman. You get Dominic, the guy from Lost and Lord of the Rings.
Who did he play in Lord of the Rings?
Paid Merry.
I don't know who that is. Okay. I was wrong. I haven't even watched Lord of the Rings. Why
He was
did
the
I ask
Hobbit.
that? Was he in Hobbit?
No, he was a Hobbit.
All right. I still don't know.
And Lost? Did you see Lost?
No.
What about X-Men Origins Wolverine?
I'm just going to stop you right there.
You would recognise the guy.
Dominic.
Dominic.
How do you spell that?
It's M-O-A-N.
Moan? My type of guy.
He's the kind of guy.
Anyone else, or is that it? That all they could afford?
Adrian Gilligan? Oh, Littlefinger from Game of Thrones. You've seen the Game of Thrones. You've seen the Game of Thrones.
No, I don't know any of these people.
Lance Redrick. He was
Maybe
in
we
Lost.
should just stop here. Does it get any better, this
Okay,
list?
one more. Marshall Ullman. Prison Break.
Okay.
Okay, one more. Patrick Hardsger. Gossip Girl. Do you watch Gossip Girl?
Oh, Gossip Girl. No. No.
Finally.
Lots of these actors have very odd last names. I'll say that.
Very, very original cast. They're really.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's it. If you didn't know any of them, you'd recognise some of those people, though.
I'm sure I would.
It's just not by name. Like, I didn't recognise the old Susie by name. And that's something me and her have got to get past. But that's just life.
You'll work it out.
Somehow.
Yeah.
But no, so, interesting. It's coming out April 2016. Another problem I have with it is that there's no way the TV show is going to be good. There's just no way.
Well, yeah, I mean, what I was imagining is if it's going to be stuff that isn't necessarily vital to the game's plot, because it's got to work without it, then it's got to be stuff it's got to be interesting. It's got to make people want to go out their way to see backstory and stuff. I don't know. This is tricky.
Well, Microsoft have done it already with Halo. Forward Unto Dawn was a big success, and they've done a few other ones as well. But
was that with Halo 4
then? Yes, I believe so.
Okay.
Because I think Forward Unto Dawn is the ship that Master Chief's on at the end of 3, and it goes into 4 and whatever. But yeah, they had big success with that. So I think they're trying to go along that route.
Okay.
But it's so hard to have a really good TV show. I think people with stuff like Netflix and with shows like Breaking Bad or Game of Thrones, I think people kind of take it for granted how good TV is and has been in the last 5 years.
Yep.
When 10 years ago, TV was terrible. It was just like there was some good stuff.
All TV sucked.
Boo to the TV.
Of 2005.
TV, more like tea lame. That's what I'm saying.
That doesn't make any sense.
No, it doesn't, but it doesn't have to.
It's a podcast.
We don't care. But no, like, there were good shows. Not saying TV was terrible, but TV dramas in particular really stepped up. Beginning with HBO, they were the first ones to really take a step forward, and then it just kind of, with stuff like Breaking Bad with AMC, it kind of just ball rolled from there. So at the moment, I would say we were like in the golden age.
Yes.
But it's so easy for a TV to be bad because there's been a ton of bad TV shows. So, I don't know, I think it's a little bit, I don't want to say arrogant, but I think it's a little bit arrogant to think that a video game studio can come along and make a good TV show like it's that kind of easy. And even if they put a ton of money behind it, I still think it's going to be a little bit lame and just not kind of work. But again, I like the idea, it's ambitious, I'll give them that. I just think they're biting off more than they can chew, and it's just not going to work out.
I agree.
Whatever.
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 Yeah. I'll go back to my original. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, well, whatever. But right, moving on. So, I think the biggest news this week has been that Resident Evil 2 is being remade. So, the order of offense with this is that one of the guys from Capcom, I think one of the original people that helped make Resident Evil 2, tweeted saying, I've just pitched to Capcom a remake of Resident Evil 2. Obviously there was a massive positive, like, awesome, cool, that'll be really good. And then a week later, Capcom officially confirmed, okay, we're doing this. Which really makes me think that part of that guy's pitch is, or was, hey, people get really excited about remakes. Just look at Final Fantasy VII. People are really excited about bringing old stuff back. Just look at Kickstarter. I bet if I tweet this out, tons of people are going to respond to it. Everyone's going to get excited, and people are then going to want to have it. And then he did that. That's what happened. And then Capcom said, "Okay, you were right. We'll make it."
Well, yeah, that makes sense.
You just kind of have to, right? Like, he didn't say that's what happened.
Testing the waters, really, isn't he?
Yeah, I think he was very smart. Maybe he didn't do that. Maybe he just pitched it as it was and then tweeted it out knowing that people would respond, and that's something he could then go back and say, like, look, people want this.
Yeah, he's got a bargaining chip.
Either way, I think the guy was very smart, whatever he did, because it worked.
Yeah. Yeah. Well played. Power of social media.
Well, that's it. Like, the social media, it's too big, arguably. But with stuff like Kickstarter and this now big focus on bringing all this old stuff back through stuff like Kickstarter, it's now what everyone wants. It's now what everyone goes on about. So we're now in a world where it's all about public opinion. So now we're going to see the gaming change because of that. And I don't really think that's a good thing entirely. Because again, people don't feed off, oh, I want something new. They mostly say, I want something old again. Which is not good. Because everything old was new at some point. And that's philosophy, Joe. That's one that you take with you.
Yeah, you know what? Joe, the famous quote by Ford?
You probably stole it off me, but go on.
If I'd asked the people what they wanted, they would have said faster horses. There you go.
That's a good point.
That's exactly it.
So when are these faster horses coming out? What's the deal with this?
Well, there's these steroids. They're getting the genes right. They're going to get a nice new species of horse.
I hear scientists...
cheetah horse or something.
I hear scientists are doing wonderful work with DNA splicing at the moment. I hear there's some terrific progress there.
Yeah, they're going to have a horse park.
Horse park?
Yeah. Like with giant horses.
Giant horses?
Well, if they're going to make them fast, then they can make them giant and then make it an attraction.
Oh, right. So not for practical uses, more just like, whoa, look how big this horse is.
Well, it worked for the dinosaurs, so it will work for horses.
Did it work for the dinosaurs, though?
Absolutely.
It
failed like 4 times, but...
Did it really?
There was some money to be made there with giant, evil horses.
I don't know why you added evil. No one was saying evil. We were just saying giant horses. You threw evil in there.
They're bound to get a little bit evil.
They didn't have to put in some evil DNA. Just, spit all the evil DNA in there. Well, it's done. We might as well still make it.
I'm not doing it twice.
Oh, who put all this Hitler DNA everywhere? Of course I'm going to spill it.
They actually have a vial of Hitler DNA.
Well, you got to have it just in case.
How did they even get the DNA?
Oh, how did they get the giant horses? It's not for us to question.
Okay, yeah.
It's just us to enjoy.
I'll ask Susie later on.
She'll know. She's like,
oh
yeah, the Hitler DNA. I know all about that.
Oh, it's in the dictionary, yeah.
Hitler's in the dictionary. So I know all about that.
Yeah.
I'm not trusting this Susie anymore.
She does look... That moustache on her does look very weird, I will say.
I don't know why she's growing it just in the middle there.
I know, she's not very good at growing moustaches, it seems.
I guess, like, there's a blind spot in her mirror where she shaves everywhere else, but just can't seem to get that middle bit. It happens.
I feel for her. I've sidetracked this completely. What were you talking about?
It was...
people wanting things from the past.
Giant evil horses.
That's right.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's what that was. Because that's what... Again, that quote is very... very relevant, because that's what people want. People can't envision something new, but they can envision something old being brought back because they have good memories of that. But if you had something like Naughty Dog are a great example of a company who will do sequels, but will say no more, we're going to move on to something new, and have that totally work out. Because they did Crash Bandicoot, they did 4 games of that. People would have absolutely loved more Crash Bandicoot. And in fact, we got a ton more, and people did like it. Well, they brought it, I suppose.
Liking it is a different matter.
Yeah, they own it, so
they have it.
That's all that matters. Everyone owns the Wrath of Cortex, but nobody
Yeah.
But yeah, so then they moved on from that, because they could have done a lot of good things with the PS2 and Crash Bandicoot, but they moved on and did Jak and Daxter. Which, the first game was really good. I can say that.
Yeah.
And the second one was...
don't say anymore.
It was...
Just stop there. They'll find you.
They will. They know. They can sense it. But yeah, then they did those 4 games, and they moved on, did Uncharted, which were big successes, big games of the PS3. And then they said no more of that. Well, they didn't say that, but they said, right, we're going to do a new thing, The Last of Us. And that's their best game ever. But you couldn't say, if they came out and said, hey, we're going to do a zombie game, people would have been like, no, we don't know. No. But they did it anyway, they made it work, and it's one of the best games of all time. You know, it's definitely up there. Definitely one of the best games of the generation, but you just can't rely on public opinion. You just can't do it. If you make something that's good, people will buy it. That's how it goes.
People are stupid.
People are stupid idiots.
Mob mentality is stupid.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's what it is. It's just the internet is very mob mentality. And some of that sometimes it's positive, sometimes it's negative, but it's either way, we all have this opinion, so we're going to attack you because you have a different one.
Yes.
Like that bloody lion that had it coming, and I think we can all agree.
Not Cecil.
not Cecil. Listen, he was gobbing off.
This is where you find out I've been sewing a little thing saying like, we love Cecil, like Marge and Lenny.
Not Lenny.
That's so random.
Well, I'm upset. I'm upset that you did that, but I'm just glad that Lenny's okay.
But no, what about Cecil? He had it coming, absolutely.
Absolutely. He was roaring his mouth off. He was showing no respect. He was just going to the toilet where he wanted.
He obviously had bad teeth.
He had bad teeth.
Was just having none of it.
No, he was trying to like shoot off the plaque. We all know this.
Well, that's what they do at my dentist anyway.
Yeah.
So.
But no, I don't know what the point was or that.
Resident Evil 2.
Oh yeah, Resident
remake.
Evil 2. The weird thing about this is that Capcom love their ports. They can't get enough of their ports. They're not quite up there with Sega, but they do love their ports. Because we had Resident Evil. That's like the original Resident Evil has been put on like every console. Well, not every console, but so many different consoles at this point. Like, people forget that game was remade for the DS. Resident Evil Deadly Strike. No, Deadly Silence. That's the one. But people kind of forget because it wasn't very good and it made no sense to do that. But they did that. So it's weird how much they love to port their games, but they never remade Resident Evil 2, which is regarded by a lot of people as the best one. I think most people would say the first one just because of the remake on the GameCube, but I think people's personal opinions is that the second one's better. So if Capcom actually put in the resources to remake 2 like they made 1, then they could have had a game they could have ported all these years and would have been in HD, and they could have done the same thing that they've done with the first game in 0. But they didn't, so it's only taken them until now, which I just find very odd that they would port Code Veronica and 0 before remaking 2. Because 2 was on the GameCube. It was just a port. So they remade the first game and put it on the GameCube, and then just ported the second one. So I don't quite understand it, but it's finally happening, so obviously people are excited.
Better late than never.
I suppose.
Mm-hmm. I've never played the game, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, it's fair play. But
zombies, maybe?
Yeah, that's the one.
Ah.
But it's just weird, where's Resident Evil 7, though? Because they have to make up. Well, they have to make up for 6. And they've talked about it since 6 came out, that Resident Evil 7 is going to be more of a return to survival horror, because that's obviously what people want, and people weren't happy with 6. But it just hasn't been revealed. So Capcom aren't a very financially successful company at the moment. So it's kind of interesting to see if they are actually kind of making it and putting all the resources in it. But I don't know, it hasn't been mentioned. So, I don't know.
Don't expect an answer from me. Or
Joe,
Susie.
where is it?
That's in the back.
I'll get it out for you, but not now.
Oh, wait, here it is.
Right. Well, that's it for the news.
Oh God, really?
Yeah. Like I said, not too much happened.
Okay.
But one thing that did happen is that you saw Inside Out So we can talk about that. We can compare notes, compare thoughts.
That's a nice segue right there.
Because I said last week that I really liked it. I thought it was returned to form.
Yep.
What did you think?
I hated it.
Did you? Well...
No, I liked it.
Hey.
I liked it. It was good. It was solid.
Solid?
Solid.
Solid as a rock?
Solid as a rock. It wasn't as good as I thought it would be. I'll be honest. But that's just because I'd heard so much about it. It was still good.
Okay, so what? So you think it was a bit overhyped?
Maybe. I thought it would be sadder than it actually was.
Well, it's still pretty sad.
It was sad, but it wasn't as sad. I thought it could be sadder.
You soulless bastard.
I thought it could be just a bit sadder. Now, I think it's the type of film I'd like to see again. I think it has that going for it to see it again because there's a lot of themes in there which, not that I missed, but I think you could sort of realise more with a second view of it. But
yeah, once you know where it's going,
yeah,
you can see how it all builds together to get to that point.
But yeah, I mean, it was funny. It was touching. It was very well animated. I thought it was really a really nice looking film. Yeah, I mean, another good film.
I mean, I can kind of see where you're coming from, because a few years ago, this was the Pixar standard.
Yeah.
That they would come out with these sort of films. You go in, it'll be funny, touching, blah, blah, blah. You would really enjoy it. And then you would just wait until the next one.
Yeah.
The only reason why Inside Out got so much praise is because it is a return to form.
Exactly.
But then it is just a new Pixar film that's great.
Yeah.
Like, everyone has their favourites, everyone has the ones that stand out to them, but everyone can agree that, I don't know, 1998 to 2010, each year was a great Pixar film. Even if, I don't know, Ratatouille didn't stand out to you, even if The Incredibles didn't stand out to you, you still saw it and still enjoyed it, it just didn't stand out to you. So I guess with Inside Out, for you, and also a little bit for me, it's it didn't stand out for me as one of the best ones, but it's a really good Pixar film. And because it is a Pixar film, it's really good. So,
yeah,
no complaints.
Yeah. I thought it was... See, again, it's one of these things where I read about the film afterwards, and it's then I start realising, oh, God, yeah, that was actually really well done. The whole film is based around emotions, so you've got a lot to work with. There's a massive amount of things you could do. But there were just... there were some really, really smart decisions. Very... What's the word to describe it? Probably... I guess it was realistic. As much as it was kind of cartoony and silly at times, you can tell that there's actual thought put into how people feel. Especially with... I mean, a lot of people are saying this is one of the films that very accurately portrays depression. It may not seem like it because it's, look, funny characters on screen, blah, blah, blah. But actually, there's parts of the film where people who suffer from depression, that's what I was reading anyway, could really connect with what was going on screen. I thought that's really, really clever.
So when you said you were reading it, you were winking, right? I was
sure.
reading about other people. Wink.
I was in tears. No, I was reading about it and I thought, oh god, yeah, I didn't really catch that when I watched it the first time. Which is why I would want to watch it again. But just things like how I don't think you really can give. I suppose you can give spoilers, but just how, for example, the two characters of Joy and Sadness, how their arc changes throughout the film, and how they sort of their relationship towards the end of the film, how different it is towards the beginning. It's really well done.
Yes.
And just the interpretation of sort of parts of the brain, so long-term memory looking like the wrinkles of a brain when it's zoomed out. I thought it's such a neat little trick. And I think my favourite part of the film was probably the Dream Studio. I thought that was really good. I love that. That's really well done. It's just all the sort of things in the abstract world and the preschool bit. It was really, really good.
Yeah, I mean that's something I guess I didn't really touch upon, but it's very true. That is really clever how it integrates the idea of these emotions in the mind. because it's just filled with all this like integration of people and how they act, and all the little things that make people tick into this like cartoonish world.
Mm-hmm.
And you'd kind of take it for granted when you're watching the film.
Yeah.
All the stuff like the Dream Studio, the memory dump, and things like that. You take it for granted because it's so on point and consistent that there's some things that stand out, but overall it's just like, oh yeah, they did a really good job. You just don't kind of think of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I still, like I said, I still think it could have been sadder. I wanted to come out there, tears rolling down my face, and I did not. I'm sorry, but I didn't.
Well, it's because, I mean, this might be spoilers, it's because no one dies.
Someone dies?
Wait. I don't remember. Hold on. I don't... Oh, yes!
Yeah.
But that's a bit different, though.
They die.
Yeah, but that's more like... It's bittersweet.
I mean, yeah, it's done in a nice way. They don't like... It's like, oh no, dead. but it still dies.
Yeah, but again, it's not part of the bigger picture. Well, it is, but I mean, again, it's bittersweet as part of the bigger picture rather than just flat out being sad.
What was very good is that there was no bad guy. There was no villain.
Yeah, that's what I said. It's awesome that there's no villain. It's so good.
There doesn't need to be.
You don't miss it.
Cheesy if they'd made, I don't know, like the evil emotion is the bad one, and oh no, it's taken over. But they didn't do that.
A tumour in the brain.
Oh god, yes. What's her name in the film?
Oh, I want to. No, it's not. What is her name?
Oh god, is it Riley? It's Riley.
Riley, yep.
So yeah, Inside Out 2, Riley has cancer. Something horrible like that.
Riley's dying.
Oh god.
We have to get to the...
Oh no, the tumour's captured us all.
No.
It's terrible.
She's just dribbling. We have to get out there, gang. Save her before the damage is too late.
Oh, we're going straight to hell.
The advert for the film is like those old stroke adverts where the face is normal and it turns horrible. The first signs of
act fast, yeah.
Act fast adverts. Just Riley, if your joy and sadness emotions don't team up in time, it could be far too late.
Oh god,
that is terrible.
That is really bad. If anyone's listening, they're now gone.
That's a clip. That's a bloody good clip. There's a standalone.
Yeah. So, yeah, I liked how there's no antagonist, and I don't know, it was good. Whatever.
God damn it, Joe. You could just say it was good, I enjoyed it. You didn't have to add the dismissal.
There has to be a little bit of dismissal, though.
A little bit, I suppose.
Yeah. I didn't. One interesting thing is I didn't actually recognise any of the voice actors.
Oh, I recognised all of them.
Yeah, I didn't have a clue who any were.
It's Bill Hader, Phyllis Smith, Amy Palmer,
I heard
Lois
of her, but I don't know what she
Black,
does.
Mindy something, and that's all of them. That's all the emotions.
Yeah, I don't know.
You don't know any of them?
Not really. I heard of Amy. What's her name?
Palmer.
Palmer. I have heard of her name.
I'm good friends with Amy. You know the one.
She's a comedian, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're all comedians.
Right, but they've all been in like sitcoms.
Yeah, like American sitcoms.
Yeah. Okay.
So you got Bill Hader, who was Saturday Night Live, but he's been in a few stuff. Did you watch Paul?
No, I didn't. I was turned out. They didn't let me into the cinema, even though I was over 16
and
or
drunk.
15. I was a bit wasted. Yeah.
Wait, over 15?
Yeah. They wouldn't let me in. I didn't have any ID.
Oh right, okay. Well, that is sad.
Yeah, I know. I was really annoyed.
Well, he was average, so don't worry.
Yeah, I didn't miss much. Okay.
Some people say it's like the third film in the Cornetto trilogy,
They're
but
wrong.
They're just wrong.
That's so wrong.
It's just not true.
I didn't even see it and I know that's wrong.
Yeah, it's like, no. It's pretty good for what it is, but it's not great.
Mm-hmm.
And then Amy Palmer, Parks and Recreation.
Yeah. Still haven't seen the show, but yes.
Yeah, you can't just say yeah.
If there's anyone from... I think the only sort of American sitcom that's kind of around today that I do watch is Modern Family. Was there anyone from Modern Family?
Oh.
I really like that show. That's funny.
That is a good show.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be, but it is a really good show.
Yeah. Why shouldn't it be?
Well, it's like... you know how The Big Bang Theory isn't a good show. You kind of expect it to be lumped in with that.
Right.
Because it's like primetime American comedy.
Uh-huh.
Might even be the same network as Big Bang. No, that's not true. I think Modern Family's NBC, and I think Big Bang's CBS.
Sounds right.
It's I might be wrong there. But no, Modern Family, like, it's the idea of like, oh, it's a primetime American comedy about families, but they're not your traditional families, but we can all relate, you guys. But then I actually watched it. It was really good.
It's actually very funny. Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually like well written, well acted, actually funny people in it.
Mm-hmm.
They're all surprise hits.
Yes.
But no, the people from Modern Family have cropped up in a ton of stuff. Like Phil was in the Muppets 2, which I still haven't seen, if you can even believe it. Yeah.
He's like the slightly weirder looking John Hamm, isn't he?
Who's John Hamm?
Is that his name?
Who's
the
John
guy
Hamm?
at Mad Men.
I haven't seen the Mad Men.
He looks like a sort of melted. Oh, no, melted is way too harsh. I didn't mean that.
He's not old. He's not like 70.
No, melted. I mean, like sort of like just a difference. Imagine if John Hamm made out of plasticine and he was just.
I don't know who John
Hamm
Hamm is.
Well, imagine he was, and he was just squished a little bit with his fingers, just a little bit, not a lot.
But I don't know who he is.
Just a bit. That's when you get Phil someone, whatever his name is.
Ty Brewer.
Susie.
Susie. She loves the Modern Family. So
Yeah.
right, so in my mind it's John Hamm, who I don't know who it is, so I'm just imagining Ham, and then you crush it, or Billy Bear Ham.
Yeah, right. So Mad Men, the main guy from Mad Men.
Again, I'll probably recognise him,
You would recognise him.
but I've never seen the Madmen.
They are mad.
The Bonkers people, as it's
I think that's
affectionately
kind of-
called.
That's all it's kind of been in though, so I can't say
The
anything
Nutty
else.
Blokes.
Yeah.
The crazy
nutty-
dudes.
The nutty, sexist 50s blokes.
Gangs.
The gangs.
What's another one? No, I've got one more in me. The mental guys. There we go.
Yeah, it's good.
all gold.
Good work.
All good alternative names.
Yep.
But no, so I don't know. So what do you reckon with Inside Out? Do you reckon over time it will like just be regarded as another one of the greats, or?
Yep.
Okay.
I do. I think time. As long as it's very easy to make a sequel to that film. I don't think they will.
Yeah, just do another year in our life.
It's just like puberty. That sets it up perfectly at the end. But I think as a standalone film, it's up there with, Monsters Inc., Toy Story, all that. I think it's really, really good.
You still haven't seen Monsters University, have you?
No.
You got to watch it. It's actually good.
Yeah.
Well, okay, it's not as good as Monsters Inc. It doesn't have that emotional backbone that a lot of the Pixar films have. But the animation's great. It's one of the funniest Pixar films. It's got a great cast. I think it's a really solid one that I think just kind of gets a little bit overlooked.
Is it better or worse than Inside Out?
Again, it's probably worse just based on it doesn't have the emotional backbone.
Okay.
But if you just want a fun, entertaining film,
A romp.
proper romp, it's probably their best romp.
Okay.
Oh god, I think a lot of popping.
Yeah, a little bit.
Romp.
Let's not say that word anymore.
Romp. There we go, no more of that. But it's really solid. I think it's like, because obviously it was in the dark times, which was like, the films in the dark times, it was Brave. No, it was Cars 2, Brave, and Monsters University. Because before then was Toy Story 3, then after that was Inside Out. So it's those three where Cars 2 is terrible. No, go on.
There must have been a film between Monsters University and Inside Out. No?
No, it was meant to be. It was meant to be The Good Dinosaur, but they delayed it to try and they were going to reinvent it. like rework it, just because I think all the criticisms of their recent films, I think they wanted the next one to bring them back to be a big hit.
Oh, yeah,
so
right.
they reworked The Good Dinosaur, and that's coming out this year, as well as Inside Out that already came out.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, so Cars 2 wasn't good. It's the worst one by far. Because it doesn't have the emotional backbone, and what it builds up to is terrible, and it focuses on a character nobody cares about, and it's a sequel to one of the lesser Pixar films. I still like Cars 1, but it's definitely one of the lesser ones. And it was just pointless, and it had so much potential because it had Michael Caine in it, and it was supposed to be like a parody of spy films. That's so good, but it didn't do that. Ugh. And then Brave was just weak. It was like 20 minutes too short. The emotion was there, but again, it was too short. Visuals were nice, but it was just fine.
Yeah.
And then Monsters University, again, Pixar had already gone off the road, or gone off the good path. I don't know what the saying is, I can't remember.
They fell off the wagon.
They fell off the wagon. They completely fell off the wagon with Cars 2. Brave didn't bring them back. So Monsters University needed to be their comeback film, and it just wasn't. So even though it was good, it was not their comeback film, but Inside Out was. So I think if Monsters University came out a few years after, like if it came out after Inside Out, you swap those two around, I think people would like Monsters University more. But because of when it came out and the fact that it's a sequel to Monsters Inc., which is a lot of people's favourite one, it just got a little bit harshly... It just got criticised a bit too much. But it is really good. I like it.
Okay. But still Inside Out is a bit better.
Yeah, it is better.
Right. No, it's good.
Good.
I was glad to go see it in the end.
Fantastic.
So I almost saw it before, but it was all booked up. It was so popular.
Oh, well, there we go.
So I made an effort, you see.
So that's pretty much it for the summer film season. I still haven't seen Mission Impossible 5.
No, me neither.
I'm running out of time to see it in IMAX.
So you have to see it in IMAX?
Well, yeah, otherwise I'll just wait for it to come out on Blu-ray.
Why, just go see it in a film.
No, it's got to be
Cinema.
IMAX. See it in a film.
See it in a film.
See that cinema in a film.
Just go see it. Who cares?
I care. Because it's now got to that point where I've got my setup at home. Obviously, it's not as big as a cinema screen, but it's more convenient. It's right there. It's still pretty big. If I turn off all the lights, I can still get lost in it. So if I'm not going to see it in IMAX, then I can miss it. I don't have to see it in the cinema.
Okay. That's weird to me.
No, okay, I do see films in the cinema. You know that, Joe.
Yeah.
Don't take me for a sucker.
But so you'd rather not see it at all and wait?
Yeah, I don't mind waiting.
Alright. Well, then clearly you don't want to see it that much then.
Well, I do want to see it, but if I do, it'll be in IMAX.
But, alright. I'm seeing mixed signals.
Okay. It's one of those things, right? If I don't see it in the first week it's come out, then I don't mind waiting too much. There's like an excitement to seeing a film in the cinema the first weeks it's out, like the first opening weekend. There's an excitement there. But if you take that away, then whatever, I'll wait like a few months and buy it.
Really? So that buzz of like almost like a premiere.
I mean, it
that
depends.
matters a lot.
Kind of. I mean, it depends on the film, of course.
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna go see Spectre like first day it comes out.
Oh yeah, well you got to,
obviously.
I mean, yeah.
But that's because I'm a Bond fan. For this Inside Out, it came out a month ago. Let's go see it.
Well, see, at this point with Inside Out, if I hadn't have seen it, I would say forget it. I'll watch it when it comes out.
Oh, okay. Very interesting.
Because I can wait for stuff. That's not the culture we live in, but I don't mind saying whatever, I'll wait.
Alright.
Because, right?
Yeah, alright.
Because of the culture we live in, where it's all on demand, it's all very quick, so much good stuff is released, it's like, I'll just watch something else. And when that comes around, I'll pick it up and watch it, but until then, I can watch other stuff. Like, a film or a TV show or a game coming out isn't a spectacle anymore. unless it's like a particular franchise like, James Bond. But the majority of them, yeah, a few years ago I might have rushed out to go see it, but now it's like, I just wait 2 weeks and something else will come along.
Is something coming out in the next 2 weeks, though, to replace Mission Impossible?
Film-wise, no. I think film-wise we're done until the holiday season.
Yeah.
So, but again, like there's TV shows that I can watch, there's games that I want to sit down and play. It's not that big of a deal.
Still, it's still weird.
I don't think that's weird. I think that makes sense. I don't know why that's not making sense.
I just can't compare watching a film in your living room to watching it at the cinema.
Well, it's entertainment.
Yeah, yeah, but in a cinema, it's a different feeling, isn't it? It's a whole different sort of ambience.
Well, I do really enjoy the cinema experience.
Yeah.
But over the summer, I've seen a ton of films.
All right, so you're just a little bit tired of the cinema.
No, I'm just not so fast that I feel the need to go into town, pay like 10 to 15 quid to go and then taking the time out.
But you made that sound like it's such an effort.
But it is when you've already gone several times and it's a film I want to see, but a film I don't mind waiting for.
Okay, so you're saying all this after seeing lots of films. I'm kind of imagining this on a film-by-film basis.
It is also on the film-by-film basis, but a lot of stuff has come out recently. It's definitely tipped it. Like, if it had been like 2 months and I haven't gone to the cinema, then yeah, I'll go to the cinema and see whatever's on. But other than that, it's still... I enjoy it, but I don't know.
Alright.
Have you not got that with entertainment, though? Like... Not if we remove the film aspect and going to the cinema out of it, that with games and with TV shows, you're not too fast about checking out one particular one because you know that would just be something else that comes along.
So alright, let's... So like a TV show.
Yeah.
Alright, let's think. Well, often I just don't care enough in the first place to watch it.
Well, that's different.
Yeah.
But like for me, my recent example of that is that True Detective Season 2 just finished. But I watched Season 1 right when Season 2 started. I just picked up the Blu-ray, watched it, heard it was really good, and it was really good. So now I want to see Season 2, but I'm just going to wait until the Blu-ray comes out, buy that, and then watch them all back to back. Even though they're all out and I can watch them all online.
How can you watch them online? They're on Netflix?
Well, you can look at... I
know
a guy...
See, that's different though, because that's not as good though. That's obviously going to be different.
No, you just torrent it and you get HD 720p.
Yeah, but it's the torrenting that's different.
What do you mean different?
Well, because you have to go out and get a pirate copy of it.
Yeah.
That's like got a whole sort of feeling about it. Like, oh, that does kind of seem a bit of an effort to do.
Well, I don't have that feeling, Joe.
No?
I know the sites. In about 5 minutes, I reckon I could find it, let it to download. In terms of effort, I think that's easier than getting a Blu-ray.
All right, well, maybe not effort, but it maybe like the sort of air around it. Do you not feel like, oh, I'm watching this illegally?
No.
No?
No. I've done it too much, Joe. It's just not a thrill anymore.
You're immune to it now.
Yeah.
Right. But I say, whenever I can sort of picture that because at least with a Blu-ray you're getting like a nice package. It's all there.
It is a nice package.
Whatever. It's all ready to go. I can picture waiting for that. Yeah.
Okay. What's your excuse for not picking up and playing Batman Arkham Knight? That's what I want to know. That's got to tie into this somehow.
Alright, okay. So, yeah, I did say I'd get it straight away. I did say that. And now I'm waiting.
For?
Price to drop.
It kind of did already.
Really? I haven't seen it less than, 45 quid.
Have you? No.
Well, that's in stores. I've only been looking at stores.
No. You just go to H&V every day. It's like, Still £45.
Yeah.
Guess I can't buy it.
Yeah, pretty much. How much is on Amazon then?
No, 45. No. Wait, what? No.
Well, how much is it on Amazon?
No, none of your business.
Oh, okay, I'm looking up.
Okay, no, there we go. There it is. Okay, it's out of stock at the moment, but when it was £32.86.
£32.86.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
What site is this?
Amazon.
Amazon?
Yeah.
And this is for PS4?
PS4. I mean, it's out of stock at the moment, but it says dispatched in like 2-3 weeks.
I don't see it. I see £42.40.
Well, when you click on it, Joe, if you start giving me all this sass and actually did some bloody clicking.
I've clicked on it.
Yeah.
Dispatched and sold by DVD Gamer Direct.
No.
Alright, we're on different things. I think you're on the...
No, you go to new. You always select new and used. Always select new and used, Joe.
Oh, down there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's
Oh,
odd. I've never seen that.
Well, there we go. There it is. But then again, it kind of goes to my point that you don't mind waiting. Even though it's a game you really want to play, you don't really mind waiting.
Yeah, but there's no difference between me playing it when it first came out and playing it a couple months after.
Well, there's no difference for me either.
But your screen is smaller than the cinema.
But it's like equivalent at this point. Like, there's perks of watching it at home that I don't get in the cinema.
Right, okay. What, like being in your own home?
Yeah, no people.
Yeah.
Being in my own home. Snacks and food is a lot cheaper.
Yes.
I can get drunk as hell. That's
Yes.
my choice. If I get bored, I can just turn it off, which, I mean, that's not much of a perk, but it's still nice to have that option.
Yeah.
Can text away. Text away right there.
Yeah.
And at the moment, I got my surround sound as well, so I still have that experience.
Very nice. It's still very nice. It's just to me, it's not comparable.
I mean, it's not the same. The cinema
No.
is a specific experience, but there's some films that I have to go see, and then there's other films where it's like, it would be nice to see it, but to have that experience, I don't think is essential. Like,
To be honest, Tom, I've kind of forgot what we were arguing about.
we were arguing about, am I the most handsome man around? And
Oh, there's no argument then.
there's no discussion needed. Move on.
What was it though? Hang on, I've actually forgot.
The argument was, why didn't I go see Mission Impossible 5, or why won't I see
Right.
it?
Okay, that's
And I'm
right.
saying the only reason at this point I would see it is to see it in IMAX. Otherwise, I might as well wait. That's what the argument was.
Okay,
Because you were like, boo earns to you, and I was like, there's no need for that.
that's a true boo earns right there.
A solid boo earns.
But boo earns
I mean,
to you.
the boo earns is in the cinema, so
Boo
it
earns
does
to
kind
you
of-
and your family.
Well, let's not bring those into it.
I'm ready.
Well, you know what? Boo earns to your dog, Joe. Let's see how that feels.
Hi, now that's too much.
Hey.
The dog can't reply to that.
Dogs can say boo earns.
Poor dog can't defend himself against those harsh words.
Well, he can bite me.
He could bite you. Yeah.
Yeah. Boo earns.
I'll get training him.
Boo earns to that.
Oh. Yeah,
Okay.
let's just sweep that under the rug.
I think
Whatever
so.
the hell we were talking about.
Listen, some boo earns were said.
Yeah,
It got pretty nasty.
I'm regretting it now.
We should. I take back what I said.
I don't, but I feel bad.
Oh, good. I was going to apologise, but I'm not going to anymore. For some reason.
Yeah, let's just okay.
Okay, well, speaking of Batman,
Did you finish it now?
no.
Oh,
So
your PS4,
the last
sorry.
the last I left you, my
Yes.
PS4 had broke again.
Yep.
But cheeky update on that, it's now back.
Disc inside.
Disc inside.
Oh, good.
They took the disc out and put it in a separate sleeve. Yeah. Because I got it delivered to work, and half the people at work saying it's not going to be there, no way. Other half were saying, yeah, it probably will be in there. So I had to take it out, and there it was.
That's beautiful.
I was so happy. Because in my head, I was like, there's no way they can just steal your disc. There's just no way. But then it would have been so easy to do and I think some people would expect them to do it. But if you think about it, you can't do that. Yeah, you can't just send something in for repair, and that company can't just steal stuff from you. Like, no, that can't happen. But for some reason, in a society of ours, for some reason that's like considered like it. Well, you know, it could happen. Somebody could just have that. You wouldn't get that back.
Yeah, it's also sort of because it's part of your fault as well.
Yeah, for some reason, it's my fault.
They'd have to go out of their way to do that. It wasn't on their fault.
But still, it's understandable though. Like, that's still not, oh, let's steal it.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's so much stealing as just, we are not bothered to send this back to you.
That's stealing though.
Well, yeah, it is, but not in that sort of way. It's more sort of, oh, we didn't expect this. Now we're going to have to send it back. Yeah, it's like, oh, I want this. It's more, oh, we've got this.
Joe, you're part of the problem. That's what this is.
I'm a horrible person.
For some reason, you think this is okay. You think that in any world, it's his fault. You know, you did leave it in.
No, I would have been very angry if they had not gave it back to me.
Because it makes no sense. Of course they would. Why wouldn't they?
But you know who else I would have been angry at?
Yourself?
Myself.
Oh, well.
Myself.
That's brought it together. That has.
Yeah, after seeing Inside Out, I'm really at one with my emotions.
You are.
I really feel like I know what my brain is doing, what my mind is up to.
And then you ran away from home as well.
Well, I had to get to where did they come from? Michigan. Not Michigan.
No, it's Minnesota.
Minnesota. I need to go back there.
You need to go back. You miss it.
To ski.
To ski. Big skier.
Oh no!
It was ice hockey.
Skating. It was skating.
Yeah, it was ice hockey. It wasn't skiing, but people like skiing.
Yeah, I'll ski.
Yeah, I ski. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll
no
ski.
big deal.
No, okay. So you got your game back.
Yeah, so I got the game back. I got the PS4 back. The PS4's now working, but it should because it's a new one.
Yeah.
So I'm now on my third one.
Uh-huh.
But it turns out I didn't back up my saves on the old PS Plus.
Oh.
So had to start again on the old Batman.
Did you get far?
No. I played it for like a couple of hours.
No, did you get far on your first go?
Oh. Well, I didn't get too far storyline wise, but I put a lot of time into doing the collectibles.
Oh.
Which I'll have to redo.
Uh-oh.
Which isn't, again, it's not too bad. I just haven't got around to sitting down and really playing it. Like, I played it for a couple of hours with the new save, got through a decent chunk of the story I'd already done, just to get out of the way. But it's not, I don't know, I'm not that annoyed about it, but because, I don't know, it's been like a few weeks since I've played it, so it's like, yeah, might as well start again. I can skip the cutscenes, I can burn through the parts of the game I've played because I already know how to beat it. So it's not too bad. I just haven't got around to it really. Like next week I want to invest a lot of time into Batman because it's been like 2 months since it came out.
Do you have a holiday next week?
No.
Oh, that's the way you said that. I thought you like free from work, I'm going to sit and blast through it.
No, I'll do that next weekend, but I can play it during the week, like a couple of hours each day.
Yeah.
That if I do a couple of hours each day, that's 10 hours Monday to Friday. That's a ton of time.
Yeah.
So
nothing against that. Go for it.
I'll do it, but it's just crazy that the game came out like 23rd of June. It's now the 16th of August, and I've played it for 2 hours, like the equivalent of.
That's more than me, so well done.
Well, it's just usually when there's a game that comes out, it comes out and I burn through it and I get it done and I invest a lot of time. I'm very on and off with my gaming. I'm either not playing games or it's all I'm doing. So it's really weird to be in this situation where I just haven't done that, but it is a game I really want to play. But if I was back in uni, I would have beaten it like twice by now.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll do it.
That's adult life.
No, it's not. It's
growing
stupid
up.
life. No, you grow up.
Did you not watch Inside Out?
Which one was that?
With the cancer girl in it. You know,
oh God.
And they tell you it's growing up. It's all about growing up.
Listen, you got to play Batman while you're young, because tomorrow you could die.
Yeah. Well, if that's a lesson that needs to be taught, then I'm glad Pixar is doing it.
Well, good for them. It's helped me.
Yeah, it's helped all of us. Now, can I quickly ask you about a game?
If you want.
Or because I know you've played it, you did a review on it.
Can't stop you from doing it.
Don't think. What did I watch? I must have watched a review, but I've since forgot.
Must have done.
I'm sorry, but I've been avoiding a lot of Spectre.
Mm-hmm.
Well, mainly there's that one trailer. I haven't watched it.
There's like a new one, right, about the women.
Yep,
About
there's
the
some images
ladies.
stuff, and it's very difficult to. I think I've seen a few images because they're everywhere. Doesn't help that look on Google News, and it's got like suggested for you, and one of them is James Bond, so it always comes up there. I should probably get rid of that.
Yeah.
But so yeah, I've been avoiding James Bond, but I've still got the James Bond itch. It's there until October 26th, or I think that's when it's coming out.
Yeah.
So I've been watching a few Bond films because I've got the collection here and there. Just so.
What, the Blu-ray collection?
No,
Oh.
I don't. I have the plain old one disc DVD versions of them.
See, I got some of those. I need to get that Blu-ray box set though. It is really cool.
Apparently,
Why not?
Well, yeah, get the Blu-ray for the quality, but if you're a fan of extras and stuff, you need to get the 2-disc DVD one
Oh.
because that has like tons of stuff on it.
Well, I'd like to see them, but surely they're on the Blu-rays.
I don't think so. It's a bit like the Alien DVDs. They all have something different on them, and you're never really going to get all of the full package with one set. It's very annoying.
Oh, this is a nightmare. Oh.
It really is. I think I'm not really a Blu-ray person, but I would like to get them at some point down the line. Anyway, so I've been watching a few DVDs, and I was thinking back to the James Bond games. Now, having watched some of the old James Bond films, and they did From Russia with Love, which was very cool. They also did 007 Legends.
Oh, hooray.
Which does have missions based around the old films. I was thinking it would be really cool to play a level out of On Her Majesty's Secret Service. So
Sure.
I bought it.
Whoa, hey, whoa,
And
hang
I
on.
know that it's not supposed to be very good. I'm just saying that now. But Tom,
Mm-hmm.
knowing that you've played it,
Yep.
how bad is it?
It's really bad.
Really bad.
Let me think. Oh, that was one of my early reviews as well. Because I did it when it came out, and that was like 2012.
Yeah.
Because it was the game for Skyfall.
Yeah.
It's just not finished. They just...
Can you at least enjoy it for like, oh look, now I'm in Moonraker.
No.
Oh, see, that's what I want.
Because the reason why you can't do that is because they reworked all of them to match Daniel Craig. So you've got like Daniel Craig fighting Jaws, and you're like, this is weird. This does not work.
Right.
And then you have like, when you fight all the major villains, it's these weird one-on-one hand fight stuff where you got to push like up and down on each stick. But it's just really weird and awkward, and it's just not finished. And in some of them, there's like screen tear, which I showed it in the review. Like one of these fights, I think the License to Kill one, maybe you've got to fight someone hand to hand, and it's just really awkward. Like they could have come up with a cool one-on-one fighting combat, but instead it's just like press up and down, and then it's like this awful-looking health bar at the top of the screen. And it's like, oh, you're condensing this really awesome fight that was in the film to this really poorly made and poorly put together fight hand-to-hand scene. And then the driving's just not fun. Just very linear and just not even that explosive. Like, you played Everything or Nothing. There's explosions, it's exciting, there's guns, there's shooting. And there's a little bit of that, but not really.
Uh-huh.
And then the stealth sections are just, there's some like instant kill stealth stuff. If you're spotted, you instantly lose. And they kind of just, half of them are like that, half of them aren't.
Uh-huh.
Let me and then like the action's really generic. It just feels like a very bland Call of Duty. You just run through levels shooting at stuff. And it's not even like, oh cool, this is this scene. Because it's like, well, this didn't happen in the film. And then you have like night vision goggles, and the Goldfinger level. It's like, what the... No! This isn't what happened.
Oh.
It's just... I mean, you brought it now, so...
I'm stuck with it now.
And the Skyfall missions, they're so bad.
I don't think I even have... Because it's pre-owned, I don't think I have the Skyfall missions.
Well, you can buy them. Well, you got to do it, Joe. You got to do it. The end. There's, I think, 3 of them. Maybe just 2. Might be being a bit generous with the free missions. It ends with you fighting the assassin guy in like that building. You know what I mean? Where it's all cool lighting in the film, and then he's holding him off. It's like
right, yeah. In where was that set?
See, it's not Shanghai.
You sure? I think it's Shanghai.
No, because he goes to Shanghai, doesn't he? Because he gets those poker chips and then goes to Shanghai.
Right. Huh, where does he go? It's some place like that, isn't it?
Yeah. But you don't really see it. You only really see that building.
Keep talking.
Okay. But yeah, that ends there.
Oh, right. Oh, so it doesn't end on the bridge, the train fight? Like the pre-title bit?
No.
Oh, I thought it did. I thought that was the only bit you'd see.
What? No.
It's supposed because it came out at the same time as the film, or maybe a bit before it.
No. Here's the thing. Here's what was quite a cool idea, but they just ruined. The whole reason why Skyfall isn't on the disc is because the game came out before the film. So they released the Skyfall DLC when the film came out.
Oh, okay.
To try and avoid spoilers, but it doesn't spoil anything.
Okay.
Because it's only the first, half an hour.
Ah.
You'd think they would do, the ending, or, the big house at Skyfall, something like that.
Yeah.
Maybe the chase through London, in the underground, that would have been cool. But no, they didn't do any of that. So it made it pointless. They might as well just put it on the disc.
It was Shanghai, by the way.
Was it?
Yep.
So just a different part of Shanghai.
The casino is in Macau.
Macau. What, Macau, Shanghai?
Which is Hong Kong.
Wait, that's in Hong Kong? But I thought the whole point, before he goes on the casino, you got all those city shots, and then he's on the boat looking cool. I thought that was Shanghai.
Oh, no, it's not. Hang on.
Wait.
It's one of... Oh, China's weird. It's one of the 2 provincial-level special administrative regions of the People's Republic of China.
So it's not Shanghai, basically.
No. Whatever. Anyway,
Why is that not Shanghai?
It looked good anyway. So yeah, the game's not great. Great. Okay.
Well, you can beat it in 4 hours, so there's always that.
Well, you've kind of ruined the whole thing I wanted from it, which is oh yeah, I'm doing the thing in the film, which you just said there's none of. So.
Yeah, again, you're playing as the Goldfinger one. I think is the weirdest one. To have Daniel Craig walk in the room and there's the golden woman. It's no, it's not. It wasn't Daniel Craig. And Daniel Craig putting that face he always pulls.
The brooding look.
That brooding look. He just walks in just calls them. It's this is weird.
What a shame they didn't put the Sean Connery and all that. What a shame.
Well, it's because 007 Legends is a sequel to GoldenEye Reloaded. The remake, which was awesome. Which they took the original game and reworked it around Daniel Craig and took that GoldenEye story and, they reworked it. But it worked well because they reworked the whole story to it, and also because there was already a GoldenEye game with Pierce Brosnan in it. So you didn't need another one. So it was kind of an interesting idea to rework it for modern times and modern Bond and all that stuff. It made sense. But there wasn't a Goldfinger game. There wasn't a Moonraker game. You want to see those moments.
Yes.
But you don't. Because they're reworked for Daniel Craig. So they're there, but not really, and they just feel a little bit off and weird. But if there was already a game of all those moments, it would be fine, because it's recreating it, but there wasn't. So it's the only time we get to see the Golden Woman in Goldfinger, and see that recreated in 50 years, is Daniel Craig looking at it being well, there we go.
See, I knew it was bad, I said it was bad, and yet you've made it even worse.
Well, watch my stunning review, Joe. You're finding yourself very informative
Okay,
there.
let's do that. Honest Tom.
No.
Alright. Oh, what?
By the way, the microphone quality will be a little bit rough.
Are there jokes in there?
Oh no, I think I was done with the jokes by that point.
Okay. Damn.
Maybe, I don't know. It was a little bit after Rayman that I dropped the jokes.
Okay.
Still a little bit of humour, you know, I'm a humorous guy.
You got
It comes naturally.
Oh.
But
See,
still
I feel
play
bad
it,
now.
though.
Yeah, I'm gonna play it. Yeah.
Kind of have to.
If I just get any sort of, even just a hint of like, yeah, Bond.
I'm Bond.
The Bond music's in there, right? Is there Bond music?
Ooh.
Please say it has a James Bond theme during a really cool bit.
Ah.
And I'll be done. I'll be pleased. I'll be pleased with that.
Yeah.
Do you burst through in a tank or something? I don't know. Or what? Or is there a ski chase?
Well, there is, but it's terrible.
Oh. Does it have the music from the film? Does it have like the tune from On Her Majesty's Secret Service?
Maybe.
I'm gonna say no. I reckon they don't have the licenses for that.
Don't really remember. But do you know what the story is, though?
Isn't it just like Bond's memories of these missions?
It's he was shot at Skyfall. You know, he fell in the water.
Yeah.
As he was about to die, he thought back to all his previous adventures.
You know, life flashes before your eyes.
Like
That
the
makes
ones
sense.
he didn't do and just inserted himself into.
Out the way, Connery.
It's all about Craig.
Oh.
It's what the people want, 100% Craig.
Yeah. Well.
And then Eurocom made some good Bond games. They made Nightfire, they made GoldenEye Reloaded. I think they made The World Is Not Enough, which I didn't really play, so I can't say, but people liked it. But no, it was rushed and unfinished and just poorly done. And it sunk the studio. They're gone now.
And I'm guessing we're not going to see another James Bond game for a while.
No! Like, it was... I was hoping at E3 they would reveal one for Spectre, but no. We're not getting any.
And you think it'll be great. Spectre, if I don't know, it probably is going to be the case that they bring back, Blofeld and the big bad villain. That's a good game right there.
Yeah. Or even just do the Skyfall game. Just do it properly.
Yeah.
Just do a full Skyfall game. I think that would have sold. People like Skyfall. It's James Bond. It's exciting. As long as it's good, I think people would have brought it.
There is a James Bond game, actually.
Oh,
I
yeah.
read about it. It's a mobile game.
James Bond tapped out?
It pretty much is that. I think it's called James Bond World of Espionage, if I'm not mistaken. Let me check.
Ew.
Or World of something, I'm pretty sure, and it's terrible.
But it's not enough, though. Does it say that?
I don't know.
Just combine, 10 different Bond things.
All the titles in one.
Yeah, like diamonds, casino diamonds are not enough.
Yeah, you've got to look up this game.
Another day.
James Bond, World of Espionage. It is absolutely terrible.
Here we go. World of Sports. That's not.
It's
not even. It's not even coming up.
It's not even a game. It's just text.
Sounds good though.
Oh, this is terrible.
World of Espionage. Oh man, that's Daniel Craig.
It's by Glue Games, if you've heard of them.
I have actually.
Have you really?
Yeah. Can't remember what they made.
The leader in 3D freemium mobile games. They're the leader. I mean, that's not something to be proud of.
I can't see any screenshots of this though.
What
I just see this one terrible image of Daniel Craig behind a blue background.
You need to see some videos of it.
Yeah?
Yeah, YouTube it, man.
Buy it. Buy it now.
Buy it.
Quick, before it sells out.
But if this is the state, I mean, how did it get here? I don't know. I honestly don't know.
Good work, Commander. You receive rewards, money XP each time you... outrun them. Oh no, down 6 energy. They're onto me. Here, take the wheel. Oh, this is exciting. You said it was bad. I don't know where this is coming from. Mission complete. Region Dr. No. Welcome to Jamaica. Whoa.
You can't have my conch, says.
Oh
says
God! Oh,
Ursula Andress.
Oh, this is terrible.
That is James Bond game.
Where can I throw all my money to take this down from the store?
Go on Google Play Store.
Take it down?
Oh, to take it down.
I want a Kickstopper. Please stop. You just donate money to the cause.
That's a very good idea, actually.
It's not bad, is it?
Kickstopper. That must have been done.
Oh no, they. So on this, they can go up against other agents, either Redhead 83 or Bender 666. So.
Well, you got to go against Bender 666. Who will stop him? Is the devil?
I think so. Or Mysterious Rider 42. He's in the mix.
Oh, it's not even on the Google Play Store. I don't know where the hell you get it from.
Oh, there's
What
Money
is it,
Penny.
thing?
There's the new one.
Yeah.
Oh, M and Money Penny having conversation. Here we go. Infiltrate the plant and find out what you can. Be careful, James. Jamaica is a small island. Well, there we go.
So yeah, I'll play 007 Legends
Happily.
I will
Happily
try to
play
enjoy it as much as I can.
Well, it's not. It's like.
I say that as in I'm gonna make an effort to enjoy it.
Okay.
I'm gonna actually try and enjoy aspects of it. Like it must have like Fort Knox and the Goldfinger bit.
Yes, it does.
The raid on Fort Knox.
Yes.
I'll enjoy that.
You take
That's
part.
Fine. Yeah, that's fine by me. I'm happy with that.
Well.
Don't say that. Why do you need to add that?
Sure. Whatever. You'll know when you'll know.
Oh, okay.
You'll know. You'll be begging for mercy next week, mate.
Now I'm picturing like I'm playing the game on the TV, and then I've got my computer next to me, and just like it gets hacked, and I start getting these messages on screen from you.
Think on your sins. Just comes up.
Oh no, Tom, stop!
No, I didn't realise. It wasn't finished.
And then I just blow up.
Yeah, well, of course. I mean,
yeah.
And then the bulldog survives, though.
Yep. Did you get a bulldog?
No, not yet.
No. Okay.
One day, though.
One day.
That's a Christmas gift for myself. That's
that's a good idea.
Little Crimbo gift.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I think that's enough podcast for one day.
Mm-hmm.
I think we nailed it. I think we covered it.
Yep.
So, Joe, what's coming up on your channel?
Well, Krusty's over. Krusty's dead.
Krusty's dead.
Krusty's dead to me. That game.
Whoa.
Krusty Funhouse.
Was it a fun house, though?
It was relatively fun. It wasn't great. It was good to play through.
Because I have good memories of that game, but the Mega Drive version.
Right.
But I would have to replay it to see if nostalgia will, if it holds up.
Mm-hmm.
So seeing the NES version, it's like, that's not my version.
Yeah, well...
That's not my version at all.
See, that was my version, so that's all I had. That's all I had.
Rough times.
Yeah, it was alright. Oh, it was decent. So that's now finished. Now I've got a gap in the channel. So I'm just waiting to sort of waiting for Red Faction to finish, and then we'll start with
shut down the channel for good.
And then I'm done.
Yep, that's it.
Retiring.
Move on.
Retiring with my YouTube money into
Jamaica.
To Jamaica. Yep.
To play World of Net espionage all day, every day.
That's where my retirement money goes.
That's the dream.
But that's about it, really. Red Faction will keep going. There may be another series coming out soon.
Oh, I don't know about that. I don't know about all this.
Possibly.
I hope not.
Yeah, it wasn't very good. But
no.
I'm going to shove it up anyway because it's just fodder.
It's filler. It takes up space.
It's complete filler.
Well, there we go.
No, it's good when you see it.
It's fine.
Well, hopefully I haven't actually seen it myself yet, but I'm sure it turned out good.
Potential.
Yes.
Cool.
And you?
Oh, what am I doing?
You're
yeah,
doing Pokemon Y.
Pokemon started.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's going well.
You know what?
Go on.
I was tempted to start Pokemon and play along with you.
Oh, Joe!
I thought that might be quite a neat idea.
That would be quite quaint.
Yeah. Like it's just like, oh, where's Tom go up to? Oh, okay, I'll play a little bit more.
I will destroy him.
Because you usually play what, maybe about 20 minutes at a time, half an hour.
About 20 minutes.
That's how long I'd probably play for. You reset every other day, right?
Yeah,
Is it every other day?
a little bit more than that.
Oh no, because it's interspersed with Sonic, so every other day.
Well, I try and do 2 a week.
I can keep up with that. Even I can, I'm sure.
Do it on the train.
I mean, I'm a little bit behind already, but
God damn it, Joe.
I could catch up.
That's easy.
I just thought maybe with your videos to guide me, I can get past the very early stage of the game, which I never previously got past.
Well, would you catch the same Pokemon as me, or catch
No.
different ones and try and do different strategies?
Different Pokemons, for sure.
Because that's it. I've got masterful strategies. You know, that's my thing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I wouldn't have that.
Oh, well then. I guess the race is on.
No, it's not a race. Not competitive at all.
I will destroy you at
Okay,
Pokemon.
Yes.
But no, that's it's going well, especially because it's my first 3DS game, so it's the first one using the new capture thing I got.
Oh, you sent it off to get a capture thing.
Well, I just brought one with the capture thing.
Oh, okay.
So that cost me a lot of money, and I got it all the way back in May. It's when I ordered it, and it took 2 months to arrive.
Oh my goodness.
So I spent some time just fiddling with it, just trying to figure out how to use it and all the little nuances that you kind of have to pick up with any capture software. And it actually went a lot smoother than I thought. And
That's good.
editing is actually a lot easier than I thought it would be. Because once you crop it and set it once, you just copy that and just do it again. So it's surprisingly easy. So yeah. And it's also a lot of fun to be playing Pokemon again. I've got like a lot to talk about with Pokemon. It's weird. I haven't played it since like a year ago. But I guess it all just builds up. And then it all just comes out when I start playing. So I think it's going to be fun.
Yeah.
And then Sonic, I've gotten over the hill.
The hump.
Because I don't know if you've seen it, but it was 7 Werehog levels back to back.
Yep.
And it was brutal.
Mm-hmm.
It was so unfun.
But you ploughed on through.
Yeah, I don't know if people actually checked it out, because it was like about 5 parts of nothing but I hate this game. This is boring. I hate it. This is frustrating. I hate it. But we're now over that. So home stretch for the next... So like 2 weeks' time I'm hoping to have it finished. But I can't promise that because I don't know quite how long the rest of the game is. But... Oh, that was so bad. That was so bad. And then finally, next Saturday will be a new review. Which is it's a DS game, unsurprisingly. But I wanted to have it out this week. But I just kept putting off actually writing the bloody thing. And then it's one of those games where you can... It's got a weird way that it ends. So it kept extending it in terms of game time. And also I was still figuring out recording DS stuff or mass recording. But anyway,
Nintendogs.
So next Saturday will be a new one of that.
Wait, so it's Nintendogs?
No, it's not Nintendogs.
Oh, so as I said, it was Nintendo. Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I
Nintendogs.
didn't hear. But no, it's not Nintendogs.
Oh.
Not that far off, but it's not Nintendogs.
Cats.
It's not Cats. No.
Well, there was a Cats, right? I'm not making that up.
Yeah, there was.
Yeah, there wasn't. Okay, good.
Yeah.
It sounds so wrong when I said that.
But it was Nintendogs that included cats. I think that's how it was.
Oh, okay.
Wasn't a separate Nintendo cats.
Wasn't there a Nintendo hamsters?
No, there was... It wasn't Nintendo, but there was a hamster one.
Okay. I played them all.
Oh, God. Every day.
Was there a Nintendo horses? I
Nintendo
would have played that
horse.
one.
Nintendo...
Oh, Nintendo.
That's pretty good.
Pippa Funnels Nintendo.
Oh, yeah. No.
Alright, good.
But yeah, so review-wise, the next few will be handheld games. I don't have them all planned, but it's kind of like it's been a while, and I have the the ability, so it seems silly not to burn through a load of DS and 3DS games. So that's the plan.
Okay.
Right, so any final thoughts before we go?
I'm really annoyed we couldn't think of that word for sip.
Yeah.
I did English literature. I did English. You know, I should know these things.
I did the English.
I did the English. I got a good grade. I should know these things, and I don't. So I failed you.
I don't think it exists. I'm still going to stick with that. It just doesn't exist. There's no neutral word for having a drink, apart from having a drink.
On that depressing note, I'm sure we'll just have to end it there.
We'll have to end it all. Right, so we won't see you next week because
we'll be
are
dead.
ending it all. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Goodbye, everybody.
See ya.